Hello and welcome back to this moon messages reading. So this is going to be from the new moon in Cancer on the 17th of July until the super full moon in Aquarius on the 1st of August. So I am Leanne Marie. If you don't know me, I am an intuitive card reader and spiritual mentor. I do these moon messages every 2 weeks on the new moon and the full moon cycles. All my details are in the description box if you want to check more out about me and all my other platforms, and you're welcome to book a personal reading if you want to. So with all that said, I hope I've given you a little bit of information there that you might need, and I will just get on with your moon messages reading. So I've already shuffled the cards, and wow, instantly I am getting the overall energy. I'm getting a certain type of person, a certain type of energy. Obviously this isn't going to apply to everybody because it's a general reading, but what it will do is it will give you insights as to if your energy suddenly shifts to this type of energy, or if you are if you come across people in this energy in your life. Hopefully you'll know how to kind of guide them, support them, or be with them, or distance yourself from them. And yeah, as I say, if you come into this energy at any point, you'll know how to deal with it and handle it and manage it, okay? So just let you know what I mean. So I picked up some kind of energy that is kind of stubborn, that is a bit like in their pride energy, so too proud to do something, to try something new, quite resistant. I don't want to say negative. I mean, they might come across as someone who's quite negative and pessimistic, but it's more resistant, okay? It's more of a held back energy, someone who doesn't really want to apply themselves. They don't really want to step in and try new things. They don't want to go to dark places. They don't want to explore certain aspects of themselves because they're too scared. They don't want to look at certain things in their life, or they don't want to look at the shadow side of themselves because they're worried about what that might present, what that might how that might affect other people, how that might affect them. So you know, if this is you, I'm speaking to you, but if you know someone around you who's like that, this is obviously about them as well and how it might be affecting you, okay? So take it as it resonates, leave whatever doesn't, okay? But as I say, this might be helpful in future anyway, so please do stick with me if you feel to. So I'm going to read through the cards. I'm going to show you what I mean. I've done the Moonology cards, then I've done a crystal card. So hopefully the crystal card will kind of match up with the rest of the reading. So the first card we have is relax. Okay, I feel like this is someone who struggles to relax, someone who is always on the go, someone who always has to do something, who has to fill their day, who has to fill the silence. We all know someone like that. I know my mum's a bit like that. She's always on the go, always active. If she's at home, she doesn't like to have no sound at all. She has to have the TV on or the radio on, just something to always fill that silence or that gap. Do you know what I mean? So this is someone who struggles to be with their own selves, or struggles to be with the voices in their head, or the thoughts that come up, or the memories, or the bad feelings, negative I always say, because they're not negative, they're there for a purpose. They're there to help you explore yourself on a deeper level, and they're there to help you to let go of these things and create more light and create more good feelings within you. So once you start looking at these things and you start paying attention to them, actually listening to them, looking at them, feeling them, they actually leave, and then you're left with more space and more lightness and more freedom and more joy and all of the good feelings and happiness and bliss. And honestly, this is what happens, right? I've been through it. It's tough to get through to start with, but actually when you allow yourself to feel every single emotion and let yourself be human, you actually experience the full completeness, the wholeness of yourself. Because when you're not allowing yourself to listen to yourself properly, to be with every single feeling and emotion, bad or good, according to you, you're not allowing yourself to be your complete self. Right? You're just allowing yourself to be this happy version of yourself all the time, and you may not necessarily be completely happy within, okay? So this is someone who struggles to relax, someone who struggles to be silent, You might not want to try meditation. You might not want to sit with your thoughts. You might find them too hectic, too like not worth doing. Yeah, so this is just the energy that I'm picking up. That's like type of person, okay? So kind of restless, doesn't want to sit still, doesn't want to be, just want to do, okay? Next two cards we have are see the bigger picture and be humble, but it was in reverse. So dropped it there. So the opposite of be humble is kind of being kind of like too, I don't know, what is the opposite of being humble? Like being, you know, super too proud, like, you know, too, I don't know, is that the opposite? I don't know. I'm just getting like pride and like too proud to do this, too, you know, not big for your boots, because I'm not really getting that energy, but it's somebody doesn't really want to learn more, doesn't really want to open up to everything that they can open up to. So there might be someone who is open to new things, however, when it comes to kind of deeper things or anything that scares them, that is uncomfortable, I say really uncomfortable, they don't want to open up as much to that, okay? So what it's saying is see the bigger picture. If you pay attention to other people who have done this type of work, people who have actually been through that journey, people who've had counselling, you may know people in your life who've had counselling or coaching and they've actually changed in a really good way. And I know so many people who have obviously been through healing journeys, had counselling, had coaching, got friends, you know, spent time with friends who have done those things, opened up, talked about these things, gone through that journey. And yes, it's been difficult to start with, it's been hard for them to kind of get their head around, but so many of those people have transformed their lives. They are so much more themselves, they're more genuine, they connect with me better, they connect with other people in their lives better, they have better relationships, they communicate better, they have much more confidence, because they've allowed something to open up. They've allowed themselves to just get in touch with that completeness of themselves, that whole version of themselves, every single part of them, not just the parts that feel good or look good to other people, or, you know. So I hope that made sense. The next card we have is believe in good luck, but it was upside down. So again, it's someone who's being quite, this might be someone who's being quite pessimistic actually. It might be someone who's like, oh no, like I can't do that. Oh, I don't believe it's going to work. Quite skeptic. Okay, the word skeptic, yeah. So not necessarily, might be pessimistic, but it's more sort of skeptic, and just like, I don't believe that things will change, or I don't believe it's good for me, or this won't work. Defeatist is another word that's coming through. So those sort of energies, like, oh, I'm never lucky, like, you know, there's no point in trying, things like that. Okay, so that energy is coming through there. So to kind of counteract that energy, or to, you know, to help in that area, the next card we have is cool your emotions. All right, so chill out, man. Cool your emotions, dude. You know, relax. Like the relax card was above that. So relax, chill out, okay? Just take some time to like, just, yeah, get out of your head and just honestly slow down, relax. Start paying attention to the way you're actually feeling and what you actually want out of life, okay? So think about the main thing that you want out of life, right? There's always like one or two main things, and what I would suggest is to look at the feeling, to think about the feelings that you want to achieve, okay, in your life. So don't just necessarily look at the things you want to see or do or, you know, experience. Like, you know, some people might say that they want to own a big house, or they want to go on holiday, or they want to, you know, they want to travel, or they want to find a perfect relationship, or they want to get a new car, whatever it is, right? They're all kind of things that are material. They're all things that are external, and they're material and tangible, and, you know, but think about why you want those things. What feelings do you want to feel when you get those things, when you experience those things? So for instance, if you want a new home, like a really nice cozy home, something I want to feel comfortable, I want to feel relaxed, I want to feel calm, I want to feel cozy, I want to, you know, all of those feelings, okay? And if you want to travel, you might say, oh, I want freedom, I want exploration, I want relaxation, like connection, like those sort of things, okay? Really, oh, that's got me a bit, because there are things I want as well. So like all of those things, think about the feelings you want to experience, because that is actually what you really, really want for your heart and your soul. And then think about ways in which you can get that in other areas of your life as well, not just in those things. Yes, you might be able to save for those things, you might be able to do those things, okay? You might be able to you might have the money and just be able to do it straight away, but if you haven't and you can't quite reach that yet, don't be negative and pessimistic and say, oh, there's no way I can do that, you know, it's not going to work. You know, think about when you feel those feelings now in your life. So if you go for a walk in nature, for instance, see if you can sense that feeling of freedom. Generally, you can. If you have a nice relaxing bath, that's relaxation. You can really feel that in the moment. And it's about feeling it now, okay? If you're looking for a relationship, you know, what do you want to feel? Connection, love. Where in your life can you feel those things now? Who can you feel them with? Really let your body feel those things. Okay, so when you allow yourself to feel those things now, you believe it more. You know that it's available to you now. You know, trust that. And then it will help you to feel more positive about it. It will help you to kind of get out of your mind and into your heart and into your body and be like, oh, actually, it is possible for me. I can do that. Like, I don't need to be pessimistic or defeatist or, you know. So yeah, cool your emotions. The next two cards we have are Take a Reality Check, which I think was in the last moon messages, and Take Inspired Action, but they were both in reverse. So again, it's like, oh, I don't want to look at myself, I don't want to look at my environment, I don't want to keep thinking about it. It's really driving me mad. It's really getting me down. Why do I want to do that? It's only making me miserable. And then, oh, I don't want to take action. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to take action in these areas because it's not important to me right now. I'm not going to get anywhere with it. Like, that is the attitude that I'm picking up, okay? So just going back to that card that I just mentioned, what things can you feel now that are going to make you feel better about those things, okay? And then the last card is Leave the Past Behind, but it was in reverse. So this is about you. There was a different message coming through, but I'm actually picking up a completely different one now, which I think is correcting me. So this is about not wanting to look at the past, because the past things have affected you. So this is probably why it's making you feel this way. So if you've got a certain thing happening in your life at the moment that's just making you feel like, oh, there's no point in trying, there's no point in going forward with this, there's no point in taking action, there's no point in looking at this or exploring this, because of things that have happened in the past. So if you've had a past experience and it's not been good for you, just know that you have already moved through that. And I'm sure I've talked about this before. I feel like I'm repeating myself from a previous reading, but know that you've already moved through that. You've already learned the lessons you needed to learn in that. Yeah, I do feel like I'm repeating myself, but maybe you didn't see the other one where I shared this. So we go through things in our lives, and I'm going to use like a relationship breakup, for instance. We go through things in our lives that teach us things, okay? We go through these horrible experiences, but when we go through them, something shifts within us. We allow ourselves to feel it. You know, at the time you probably don't have a choice but to feel it, So your body feels it and it lets it go. Like I said, you know, once you allow yourself to feel things, they go, they release, done, okay? Yes, sometimes we repeat the pattern, but only if we allow ourselves to repeat that pattern, because we've already learned those lessons. So why would we do the same thing again? Unless we're stupid and we're just unaware and we're just, you know. But my guess is that people who are on this, who are watching me, are quite self-aware, or they're interested in personal growth and they're interested in bettering themselves and their lives. So those people who are interested in those who are self-aware, you're more likely to have learned from those things, and you know what not to do or what to do, or how to make things better next time, or how to communicate better next time, or what to do differently. I don't know if I'm repeating myself. Okay, so you can think about the past. I mean, obviously don't dwell in it, okay? But don't use that as a reason to not try again. Okay, because you'd never get anywhere. If you were to base every future choice on your past things that have gone wrong, you'd never do anything again. You know, if you had a car accident, some people obviously don't drive again after a bad car accident, but most people get back in a car and drive again. You know, people who have had divorces, they get married again. Things happen like that. It can happen. You know, it's not going to be the same. You're going to have learned lessons from previous relationships. You're going to know what to look for next time, or know how to be next time, or not to be. Okay? I feel like this is I feel like I'm telling you off. Okay, and then we've got crystal of the moon cycle. So the crystal of the moon cycle is black tourmaline. Now, black tourmaline is usually used for a protection stone, okay, to protect your energy from anything negative. So let's just see what it says. So essential meaning: healthy boundaries, repelling and dispelling unwanted energies, shielding and protection, healthy interdependence. There is a saying that good fences make good neighbours. Well-being likewise requires healthy boundaries that respect everyone's uniqueness, similarities and differences. The appearance of black tourmaline spirit is a sign that now is the time to make sure those fences are neither impenetrable walls nor so porous and broken down that you start to lose track of where you end and others begin. It's invigorating to move between alone time and together time. Maybe you need to be with some extroverts for a while, or maybe you need a long evening alone with a good book. If you've been feeling tired lately, pay attention to whether you're neglecting yourself at some level, giving too much, suffering from empathy overload, or depending too much on someone else and crowding them. You may need some downtime to remind you that you're a human being, not a human doing. You do not have to earn love through perpetual self-sacrifice, nor do you have to feel overwhelmed and needy. Healthy boundaries mean leaning on others in a balanced way, and black tourmaline spirit is here to nudge you to be more mindful of when you need time to yourself and when you need to be among those who accept you exactly as you are. Relationship message: it's natural to yearn for that one special someone to be everything you need, but even if you're matched with your soulmate, the two of you require some time away from each other now and again to truly appreciate how much you enjoy being together. An afternoon with friends or working on a project solo can recharge your batteries. But if you don't want to be apart from the one you love, be sure that it's not because you're afraid to be alone. The conscious universe wants you to be yourself and relax in your relationship, for you deserve the gift of love that is fulfilling and nurturing. Prosperity message: healthy boundaries build trust, which is important when it comes to money and finances. It's so easy to jump up and insist, "Oh no, I think I'm not getting a fair deal here." When this crystal appears, be especially observant of any tendency to be unclear or insecure about the flow of money between or among you and your circle. Now is a good time to check in with everyone to be sure they are comfortable with how the force of prosperity is moving from person to person. We are meant to help each other and share our affluence, so confirm that you are maintaining healthy boundaries as you work with others in ways that involve money and wealth. Crystal Spirit Meditation. Black tourmaline is an incredibly valuable stone for sensitives, empaths, and anyone susceptible to absorbing the energy of others. When carried or worn on the body, it works industriously to capture incoming energy that is less than desirable and transmute it into usable energy. When used in a meditation, it helps work through old stuff from a neutral perspective, allowing us to keep the wheat and discard the chaff. Weird words they are, aren't they? Okay, so yeah, that is your crystal of the moon cycle, and that was your moon messages reading for the next 2 weeks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made sense. Let me know in the comments. Please do connect with me on other socials if you want to, and please book a reading with me because I'd love to connect with you. Okay, so I will see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.